I take pictures of houses for a living. Empty rooms, quiet streets, nothing strange. But the job I got on Lakewood Drive, that one still won't leave me alone. Because some houses don't want to be photographed. So don't skip this video, because who knows, maybe you've seen that same blue house too, and just didn't realize someone was standing in the window. I work in real estate photography. Basically, agents hire me to drive around, take wide-angle shots of houses, touch them up, and upload them to the MLS database. It's not glamorous, but it pays my rent. Most of the homes are forgettable. Same gray siding, same beige walls, same granite countertops. But in March of 2022, I got an email that still makes my stomach twist when I think about it. Subject line, urgent listing, Lakewood Drive, Howell, MI. The message was from a company I'd never worked with before. Their rep said they needed full property coverage by the weekend, interior, exterior, basement, and drone footage if possible. They offered double my normal rate. The house was listed as vacant estate sale, no staging required. Seemed easy enough. I should have known something was wrong the moment I saw the address. Lakewood Drive isn't really near anything. It's about 20 minutes from downtown Howell down this long, twisting road that circles a half-dried lake. When I arrived, it was just past 5 p.m. Late winter, gray sky, temperature hovering around 35 degrees. The house itself looked ordinary from the outside. 2 stories, faded blue siding, overgrown lawn. No car in the driveway, no sign in the yard. I parked and double-checked the email for instructions. There was a code for the lockbox, 8194. When I punched it in, the key inside was old and cold, like it hadn't been used in months. I remember thinking how quiet it was. No birds, no distant cars, not even wind, just the crunch of gravel under my boots. Inside, the air felt heavy, stale, like someone had shut the doors and never opened them again. The living room had peeling wallpaper and a recliner facing the window. On the coffee table sat a single mug, half full of something long dried out. It wasn't spooky, just sad. Most of these places have that same energy, memories trapped in furniture that no one cares about anymore. But this one felt different. I started my usual routine. Photos from the front, pan around, detail shots of the kitchen. Everything looked normal, except for the upstairs. The carpet on the staircase was ripped halfway down, and halfway up, I noticed the air got colder, like noticeably colder. I reached the top landing, turned the corner, and saw something that didn't belong. One of the bedroom doors was sealed shut with duct tape. Not just taped around the edges, completely sealed, every seam covered in overlapping silver strips. I stopped and stared. It was like someone didn't want anything getting out, or in. The tape wasn't old either, it still had a dull shine. For some reason, my brain didn't tell me to leave. Instead, I raised my camera and snapped a picture. The flash hit the door, and in that split-second light, I thought I saw something move in the reflection of the brass doorknob. Just a shift, like someone inside had turned away. The sound that followed was soft, barely audible, a single tap, from the other side of the door. I backed down the hall slowly, trying to convince myself it was just settling wood or an animal trapped inside. But when I reached the end of the hallway, I noticed something else. All the picture frames on the walls, about a dozen of them, were turned backwards, every single one. Faces hidden. I pulled one off the nail and flipped it over. It was a family portrait, 2 parents, 1 child, maybe 10 years old. They were standing in front of that same house, except the boy's face had been blacked out with marker, thick, heavy lines. I put the frame back, turned, and nearly jumped out of my skin. The door to the duct-taped room was open, only a few inches, but definitely open. I hadn't touched it. The temperature dropped again. My breath came out in clouds. Something about the darkness inside that room felt wrong, like the light from the hallway refused to enter it. I wanted to leave, but I couldn't shake the feeling I was being watched. I stepped closer, raised my camera again, and whispered, "Hello?" The reply came instantly. A low voice, hoarse, almost a whisper. "Don't take pictures." I froze. My flashlight beam shook across the doorframe. "Who's there?" No response. I slowly leaned forward, peering into the gap. The room was empty. Just old furniture covered in sheets. But on the floor, right in front of the door, was a Polaroid photo. Fresh, unfaded. It showed the hallway, this hallway, from behind me. And I was in it. I don't know how long I stood there staring at that photo. The timestamp in the corner said 6:56 p.m., the exact minute it was right then. That's when my phone buzzed in my pocket. An email notification. Same sender, the company that hired me. Subject: do not enter upstairs. The message was short. We apologize for the earlier instructions. Basement photos only. Leave keys in the lockbox. No signature. But what made my skin crawl was the timestamp. It had been sent at 5:12 p.m., before I ever went upstairs. My throat got dry. Someone knew where I was. Someone was watching. I backed away, turned towards the stairs, and heard a door slam behind me. I spun around. The duct-taped room was shut tight again. Except now, the tape was back, layered over the seams, perfectly neat. I could still see my fingerprint smudge on the first strip I'd torn earlier, like it had never been removed. I bolted downstairs, nearly tripping over the last step. My car keys were in my jacket, hanging on a hook near the front door. I grabbed them and reached for the knob. Locked. I hadn't locked it. I twisted it harder. Nothing. The deadbolt was jammed from the outside. I looked around for another exit, found a side door leading to the garage, and pushed it open. The garage was dark except for a small rectangular window near the ceiling. I turned on my flashlight and stopped dead. There were pictures taped to the walls, hundreds of them, all Polaroids. Each one showed a part of the house, angles from corners, stairwells, mirrors, like someone had been cataloging the place. But in every single photo, there was a person standing somewhere in the background, sometimes just a shoulder, sometimes a shadow near the edge of the frame, and sometimes me. I recognized my own jacket, my camera strap, my posture. Pictures from today. I dropped my flashlight. The beam rolled across the concrete and hit something under the workbench. A shape. A person. It took my brain a few seconds to process what I was seeing. A man was lying on his side, motionless, his knees pulled up like he'd fallen asleep. His skin was pale, grayish. He wore the same type of uniform shirt I did, black polo embroidered with a logo for a property management company. His phone was clutched in his hand, screen cracked. The name on his ID tag made my stomach twist. Lakewood Property Media. The same company that hired me. I took a step back, trying not to scream, when my own phone buzzed again. An email. This one just said, basement. At that moment, I heard it. Footsteps above me. Slow, steady, pacing the second floor. I didn't want to go to the basement. Every instinct screamed to run, but the front door was locked and the garage door had no power. I grabbed my flashlight and opened the basement door. The air smelled damp and sour. Wooden stairs creaked under my weight as I descended. Halfway down, I noticed something scratched in the wall. A message written in shaky handwriting. Don't look at the mirrors. The basement was larger than I expected. Unfinished, cluttered with boxes and broken furniture. At the far end, a single bare bulb hung from the ceiling, swinging slightly. Beneath it stood a full-length mirror. My reflection stared back, trembling flashlight in hand. But behind my reflection, there was someone else. A figure standing in the shadows behind me. I spun around. Nothing. I turned back to the mirror. The figure was closer now. Closer to my reflection, not me. I lifted the flashlight higher, shining it towards the corner of the basement. Empty. Then behind me, clear as day, I heard the click of a camera shutter. I ran. Up the stairs, two at a time, bursting into the kitchen. Every light in the house flickered to life at once, buzzing violently.
The hallway pictures, the ones turned backwards, had all flipped around. Every frame now showed me standing at the top of the stairs, holding my camera. I didn't stop to think. I grabbed a chair, smashed the nearest window, and climbed through the shards. Cold air hit my face like a slap. I sprinted to my car, yanked the door open, and jammed the keys into the ignition. Engine started on the first try. As I reversed down the driveway, my headlights hit the front porch, and there, standing perfectly still in the open doorway, was someone holding a camera. I didn't wait. I floored it until the house vanished in my rearview mirror. I reported everything to the police that night. They searched the house the next day. Their report said the property was abandoned, no signs of forced entry, no body found. They even checked my email records. No messages, no attachments.
The entire thread was gone. The only proof I had was the photo I'd taken of the sealed room. When I opened it on my camera the next morning, it was blank, just gray static. That was 2 years ago. Every now and then, I still check real estate sites for new jobs. And sometimes, late at night, I'll see the same house pop up under different listings. Same blue siding, same front porch, same curtains in the window. But the title always changes. Lakewood Estate for immediate sale. Vacant property, great opportunity. Newly renovated by appointment only. Each one includes a single photo of the living room. And in the corner of that photo, half hidden in the shadows, there's always a person standing by the window. Same jacket, same camera strap, looks exactly like me. The timestamp metadata on my original photos is still scrambled. Most read 12 a.m. 1970. Zillow support claims no record of any property matching that address ever existed. My bank still shows the payment deposit from Lakewood Media, LLC. The transfer description just says, "Final session." Sometimes my phone buzzes late at night. An email notification. No sender, no subject, just one word in the preview line. Basement.